We have 3 effect negates with IP. We have 3 Omni negates with A to Z. We have Notoria Beast, unlimited spell negates. We have an Omni negate with Barone. We have 2 special summon bounces with the lower list card. We have targeting protection. And if one of these monsters leave the field, we can bring back SP Little Knight with Elf. And then we have a Droll and Lockbird in our hand. All turn 1. Stay tuned.
Before the Borreloads, before the Barones, and before the Heralds, there was one.
Turn 1 A to Z, y'all, is actually a thing. It is wild. I am mind blown at how consistent, how powerful this deck actually is. Really quick, y'all, I cannot take the credit for this. I can't even take a little bit of credit for this. This is all Spindart in the community and X Traeger in the community. They're in the Discord, y'all. Join the Discord. Help us cook. Help us cook. Anyways, Spindart in the community really had this great idea of turn 1 A to Z. He let me know as I was live streaming. Them and X Traeger were really going at it in the Discord, trying to figure this out. So all of the lines are them. I had no input on the lines, on how they would accomplish this. The only thing that I did to the deck, y'all, is I reduced it from 58 cards to 42 cards, made sure that it had enough hand traps to where it could compete going second, and then I tweaked up the extra deck and just made sure that it had a very strong alternative in case you couldn't go A to Z. So if you had a pivot mid combo because you got hand trapped, I made sure that the secondary combo was still strong enough to possibly win you the game. So that's the only input that I have. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go over the combos, and then we will have a very detailed discussion of the deck at the end of the video. You know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, join the Discord, follow me on Master Duel, follow me on Twitch. But let's go over the combos. Alrighty, so we're going to go into solo mode. We're going to opt to go first. I want to freestyle this combo, and the reason I want to do that is whatever hand we get right now, we're going to use that to produce a very powerful board. And the reason I want to do that is because I don't want you to think this is a gimmick deck. You can get out A to Z, at least if I were to guess, 60% of the time. The reason I say that is last night's stream, we got it out almost 100% of the time. Once I got the combo down, it was every duel A to Z, A to Z, A to Z. So it's very consistent. The reason I say 60% of the time is because I added an alternative route, because there was times we would only end up with like 2 or 3 cards in our hand, which is still very strong. We had like Apollo, 4 negates, and 3 Omni negates, so very strong still. But I wanted to make sure I had an alternative route in case we got like ashed or impermed or an Abiru at certain points in the combo, we could still pivot. So with that being said, the combo is not linear at all. Understand that, y'all. If you pick up this deck, understand it before you do, because it's an expensive deck. And you have to pivot a lot depending on what happens. If you don't draw into your ABC line, you're gonna have to go pack bit. If you don't draw into your Snake Eyes line, you're gonna have to go into Banshee, and that limits the combo so much. So because of that, you're gonna end up probably having less cards in hand. Unless you have a Max C, then you're safe. Or you're gonna have to go the alternative route. Now, me looking at this hand here, I can go A to Z. I know I can because I have B-Buster. I have the Therian King, which will then recycle the B-Buster, allowing me to go into plays, plus Pendulum Summon, and then the Revolution Synchron. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and activate the Soul Piercer. We're going to go ahead and go into Scarecrow. Again, y'all, be very, very selective of which route you go when you see the combo. With Soul Piercer, we're going to go ahead and activate Soul Piercer. We're going to go ahead and get the Motorbike out. We'll activate the Motorbike. We're going to go ahead and grab the Prodigy. Prodigy will then activate to search the Monk. It then causes Prodigy to be special summon. I'm only saying this if you guys don't know the route. We're going to activate this. We'll search the Soul Peacemaker. We're then going to go Therian Disc Coliseum. We're going to activate the Disc Coliseum going into Therian King. We're going to go ahead and then activate the Scarecrow to send the Bee-Buster Drake. This will get us Soul Piercer. This now becomes Stardust, becoming Barone. So here, y'all, if we get nibbed here, it's fine. If we get nibbed, this is the 5th summon. If we get nibbed here, we still have our pen summon, and we still have the alternative route, and nib is out the way. If we don't get nibbed, then we have a negate for any other hand trap they may have. So just keep that in mind, y'all. If they have the nib, we're fine. We have full combo, and if they don't, that's also fine. And actually, looking at this combo now, I just completely forgot. The one beauty about this, we're going to search the Motorbike. The reason we search Motorbike is Motorbike can be our level 2 card that we're going to need for Sprite Sprint and Elf. Or it can turn into a level 4 for our level 4 plays. And actually just 4 play. Anyway, it's so broken. But we're going to go into Barone here. So we got Barone. This is going to then we're going to activate the Soul Piercer. Soul Peacemaker, sorry. Activate the Soul Piercer. We're going to go ahead and get out Scales. Activate Scales. Bring out the Soul Piercer. From here, we're going to go into Ancient Fairy Dragon. Because we have Revolution Synchron in hand. Here's where, again, we pivoted because we realized, oh, wait a minute. We can go into the full combo. We're going to search here. Here, we're going to go ahead and search the other level 2. We're then going to activate the Ancient Fairy Dragon, destroying the spell card to search the Union Hanger. So we'll search Union Hanger. We'll play the Union Hanger. Union Hanger is actually going to search Sea Crush because we have Bee-Buster engraved. So Union Hanger is going to search the Sea Crush there. We're going to activate the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Special summoning the Motorbike. We're then going to go into Sprite Sprint. Using Ancient Fairy Dragon and Motorbike. We're going to go ahead and activate the Sprite Sprint here to send the Gale Dogra from the deck. We're then going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon. Summoning both the Motorbike and the Sea Crush. Again, you have to just... You're going to have to... It's not linear. You're going to have to figure out what's going on and what's going to be best. We're going to activate the Union Hanger. We're going to go ahead and equip the Union Driver. Activate the Union Driver. Send the Union Driver away. We're then going to go into the Assault Core because Bee-Buster's already in the grave. We're going to go ahead and then activate the Assault Core. We're then going to go into Banshee. Using the C and the A. We're then going to activate the Banshee. Banshee is going to... It doesn't matter what you send, really. This is going to help search our Poplar. So we'll search Poplar. Poplar will then special summon itself. So Poplar has now special summoned itself. Poplar will activate to bring the Sinful Spoils. What we're going to do is we're going to activate Barone to pop the Sprint. Then we're going to go into Elf. With Elf, we're going to use the level 2. And then we'll go ahead and use the Poplar. So we'll use Poplar to go into Elf. Go ahead and activate the Poplar, putting him in the back row. We're going to go ahead and activate the Elf to bring out Geldogra. We'll activate Geldogra to send the XYZ. We're going to go into SP Little Knight with the Geldogra and the XYZ monster. We're not going to activate SP Little Knight. We're then going to activate the Sinful Spoils, sending the Poplar. This will bring out Snake Eyes Ash. We'll activate the Ash, getting a negate for A to Z. We're going to activate the Ash, and we're going to send the Union Hanger, bringing out Flameburge. We're going to activate Flameburge, and we're going to bring out XYZ. Next, we're going to activate the Revolution Synchron. Sending a Revolution Synchron. Then we're going to go ahead and go into Notoria Beast. Now, you could choose, if you don't want Notoria Beast, you can go into Apollo. But I think we're going to be able to do a lot more than that. We're going to go into Notoria Beast. We'll give him the good old targeting protection. Then we're going to go into Therian King. We're going to go ahead and bring the Bee Buster so that we replace the card in our hand. So the Bee Buster. And then here you can choose. Do you want to have... Actually, you can't choose because we're gonna want to make space. So we're going to go into Apollo. 2 for the... materials, and we're going to actually use Barone. I mean, not Barone. We're going to use Therian King. This will give us a search so that we can go ahead and have another negate in hand. So we're going to go into Apollo. We're going to go ahead and activate both of these effects. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to activate this. And this is going to go ahead and give us a card in hand. And bring back the Snake Eyes for additional plays. So we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and now bring... We can get the Bee Buster. Then we're going to go into the Exceed play here. And then we're going to go into Bee Buster. And ABC. And guys, keep in mind I pivoted because I realized, wait a minute, we have a lot more than I thought here. And then we get out A to Z, baby. And y'all... Look at this board. What is this? What is this board, y'all? A to Z turn 1 with 3 negates in hand. We have 3 effect negates. We have Notoria Beast. We have Barone. We have 2 special summon bounces. We have targeting protection with Sprite Elf. And if one of these monsters get outed from the board, we have SP Little Knight in the grave. And if Barone ended up using his negate sometime during this turn, on the standby phase, we return him and just bring SP Little Knight so that it's live. So that SP Little Knight is live. Y'all, this board is insanity. This is insanity. How many negates is that? That is 3 effect negates, 3 Omni negates with A to Z, unlimited spell negates, an Omni negate with Barone, and 2 special summon bounces. And if one of the cards ends up leaving the board for whatever reason, we have SP Little Knight in the grave plus the targeting protection. And let's say you only needed to use 3 Omni negates, you have a draw on Lockbird. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Anyways, y'all, let's go into the next combo. Alrighty, y'all. So for this route, we're just going to go the alternative route so I can show you what to do if you need a pivot. Even if we could go A to Z, we're not going to try to do all of that. But we have amazing here. This is actually pretty amazing. We're going to activate the motorbike. We'll go into the Prodigy. We'll activate the Prodigy, bringing out the Monk. And then we'll then activate Monk, bringing out Soul Piercer. Play Soul Piercer. We'll go into the Scarecrow. We're then going to activate the Piercer, bringing out. We'll go ahead and search the Peacemaker. We're going to go ahead and activate this, and we're going to go ahead and send away the Nibiru. We'll send away the Nibiru. Bee Buster might have been a better choice, but I don't know if we can maybe get out ABC somehow. We're then going to go ahead and activate to go into Barone. Of course, you know we're going to do XL into level 2 into Barone. So we're going to activate all 3. We will have a pen summon. We're not going to activate that just yet. We'll have our pen summon. We're going to go ahead and then search. This time, let's search the... We're going to go into Motorbike. This is going to let us bring out the motorbike. Then we're going to go into Barone. We're going to activate the Peacemaker. Activating it, bringing out Scales. Scales is actually going to bring out this guy instead of Peacemaker, and I'll tell you why. Now we're going to go ahead and pen summon. We'll go ahead and pen summon. We're going to activate this, turning it into a level 4. Then we're going to go into Notoria Beast. We'll go into Notoria Beast. We're then going to activate Wanted. Bring Diabellstar out. We're going to activate the Diabellstar, sending the Assault Core. We're going to get to search. We're going to activate. We're going to search. I probably should have gone SP Little Knight search and then send whatever I searched with Diabellstar. And we would have actually had SP Little Knight here too. It's a little bit of a bad decision there. But we're going to go ahead and get Sinful Spoils. So I should have gone SP Little Knight. Then done my search and then Diabellstar send whatever I brought with B-Buster. So then I'd have a SP Little Knight here as well. So a little bit of a bad choice there, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll activate the Sinful Spoils. We're going to go ahead and send the Diabellstar. Oops. Special Summon the Ash. We almost messed up there. We're going to go ahead and activate the Ash. Getting out the Poplar. Activating Poplar. So here again, we would have had SP Little Knight as well. We're going to go ahead and then go into... Well, we're still going to go into SP Little Knight, I guess. We'll go into SP Little Knight. We could have had Apollo, though, too. Think about it. We could have also had Apollo now. We're going to activate the Poplar. Putting him in the back row. We're going to go ahead and activate the Snake Eyes Ash. Bring out Flamebird. Actually, here I just realized that there was really no need for any of this. We're going to go ahead and draw a card. Oh, if there was a way to send those to the grave, we'd have ABC. We're going to go ahead and go into Elf here. And we're going to give these guys targeting protection. So we'll have targeting protection plus SP. We're going to activate this. Bringing back these two. We'll activate the Poplar. I guess getting back the Simple Spoils. We're then going to go ahead and activate this to have the special summon bounces. Now here, guys, if we had gotten SP when I said, we would have had Apollo. This could have been Apollo instead, being 4 negates. So here what we have, we can actually, we can do more if we want. I don't think there's anything in the graveyard, though, that we really care for. And we should have put here for targeting protection. So what this board gives us, whoa, what can we, okay. So what this board ends up giving us is 1 Omni Negate, targeting protection, unlimited spell negates, 2 special summon bounces, and Drone Lockbird. And if we had gone SP Little Knight first, we actually would have had Apollo instead. And I also didn't put him underneath the arrow. So again, 2 special summon bounces, 1 Omni Negate, unlimited spell negates, targeting protection, SP Little Knight in the grave, and Drone Lockbird, y'all. You can still get out a fairly competent board with some random hand. We did this without any field spells, and we have 6 field spells in the deck. So we did this without any field spells. If we had a field spell, this board would be even stronger. And like I said, I think I misplayed, and I would have had Apollo on the board here. So Apollo would have actually been on the board. So we would have had Apollo, Barone, Notoria Beast, SP Little Knight. But again, I'm just going to repeat. We have Drone Lockbird. We have 2 special summon bounces. We have an Omni Negate. We have unlimited spell negates with Notoria Beast and SP Little Knight in the grave. Alrighty, y'all, let's talk about the deck list. Here it is, 42 card A to Z, A, B, C. Really quick, y'all, again, shout out to Spin Dart in the community. He is the one that came up with this. X-Traeger assisted in kind of figuring out the lines, some alternatives, what could and couldn't be used. Both of them, just galaxy brains. With special shout out to Spin Dart. I was live streaming, he's like, hey, you know, this deck, you can use the Snake Eyes engine, and I think we can get A to Z out. And he cooked it up. He had a 58 card deck. I reduced it down to 42 cards, and I added hand traps so we can go second, like the 1 Droll, the 3 Maxis, the 3 Ash, the Nibiru, so that we have an ability to be able to go second and play. And then I added a little change to the extra deck so that we have alternative plays if we have to pivot. So my build is different than his build, but seriously, all the credit to Spin Dart, and then, you know, X-Traeger, of course, for assisting in this. Massive Galaxy Brains over there. Again, y'all, this deck is not easy to play. It's pretty complicated. It took me a while to learn. If you want to learn it, ask in the comment section. I'm telling you, join the Discord, reach out to X-Traeger, Spin Dart, myself. We will explain the lines. We will help as much as we can. We're trying to get ABC and Ojamas to the maximum power. I wanted to say I probably will put this deck probably underneath my hand trap one, because I do play 15 hand traps in my main ABC deck, and so you do tend to go second a lot. Maybe that won't be the case when we go up against Tenpai, and if that's the case, we might add a certain specific card. We'll just watch the anti-Tenpai ABC deck. Anyways, enough blabbering. Y'all, what we're playing is the 1 Droll. We would play more, but I don't like more than 42 cards. We want it to be fairly consistent. The Soul Peacemaker, 1 Ash, 1 Oak. The reason Oak is really not necessary, but the reason it's there is it gives you that extra card. Snake Eyes Poplar, Galdogra. Guys, really quick, doesn't matter if you open this in hand, you'll just discard it with Scarecrow, or you'll discard it through other means. So in hand is not that bad. You'll discard it with your Diabell Star. 3 Maxis for going second. The 3 Super Heavy Samurai Motorbikes for your turn 1 combos. The 3 Ash Blossoms, the 3 Revolution Synchrons, and I'll explain this in just a second, guys. The 1 Scales, the Super Heavy Samurai Soul Piercer, the 2 ASO Cores, the 2 B Busters, the 2 Sea Crushes, the 1 Union Driver, the 2 Diabell Star Black Witch, the Therian King Regulus, the 1 Snake Eyes Flameberg, or however you say it, Flameberg, Nibiru, the 3 Prodigies, the 1 Monk, the Sinful Spoils, the 3 Union Hangers, the 1 Therian King Coliseum, and the 1 Wanted. For the extra deck, we have XYZ Dragon Cannon, 1 ABC, 1 A to Z Dragon Buster, 1 Notoria Beast, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 1 XL Stardust Dragon, 1 Pack Bit, or Igmaster Pack Bit, however you say that, Baron de Flor, 1 Luralisk, Ensign Blue Robin, however you say that, Internal Flame Banshee, 1 Scarecrow, 1 Sprite Elf, 1 Sprite Sprint, 1 SP Little Knight, and 1 Apollo. Now, the cards that could be interchangeable here are like SP Little Knight, maybe the Apollo. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. I'll tell you which cards are not are absolute must in the deck. So let me just explain. And here's where it's going to get long. If you guys want to bounce now that you have the deck list, you're more than welcome to bounce, because this explanation is going to be a little bit detailed. So, of course, the hand traps are just the hand traps. They're there for going second, okay? The Ash Blossoms are there to stop the Maxi. The Super Heavy Samurai engine consists of Soul Peacemaker, the 1 Scales, the 1 Soul Piercer, the 3 Prodigies, the 3 Motorbikes, and the 1 Monk. Those are our Super Heavy Samurai engine. These are our 1-card combos. Which one are the 1-card combos? The Super Heavy Samurai Motorbikes, the Prodigies, and the Soul Piercer. Another thing that could be a 1.5 card combo is if you open Soul Peacemaker or nothing else, you can normal summon it, go into Scarecrow, then discard, bring back Soul Peacemaker, equip Soul Peacemaker to Scarecrow, send it off. You bring out the Soul Piercer if you have Revolution Synchron in hand, and then go into another search, which will be your Prodigy, and then you'll have Ancient Fairy Dragon on the board. So keep in mind that Soul Peacemaker in hand is actually a 2-card combo still, if you have certain cards in your hand. So don't think that's very bad. That's it for the Super Heavy Samurai engine. You don't want to draw into Monk. If you do, it's not the end of the world, but you don't want to draw into Monk. Pretty much those 1-card combos are going to get you the combo you need, whether alternative or A to Z. Based on what you have in your hand, though, will determine how many cards you're going to have. The Snake Eyes engine is really there specifically for Flameberg. This is going to get you the XYZ out of the grave and into the spell and trap card zone. It's also going to get you more bodies on the board to either go into Apollo, SP, or one of the cards that I like, the Luralisk cards. So that's what that's there for. It's pretty much just to get your card out of the grave, but it's going to give you extra bodies for either the Luralisk or the Apollo or the SP for those bodies. So that's pretty much all the Snake engine is there for. The ABC. Now, ABC, I know Revolution Synchron isn't a part of the engine, but I'm going to put it together because these are necessities. So ABC is there to get you ABC on the board, primarily, get you the bodies that you need, special summons and things like that. If you open the Revolution Synchron, it gives you the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Of course, Union Hanger is part of it. The field spells, if you open the field spells, those are just fantastic. Easy way to get into the combo. But a mixture of this and Snake Eyes, or a mixture of this and Super Heavy Samurai, is equally as good. But if you open the Union Hanger and your ABC pieces, those level 4s are going to let you go into Banshee if you don't have your Snake Eyes engine, so that you can search Poplar accessing your Snake Eyes engine full line. If you have a Snake Eyes, then you don't have to go into Banshee, and you just skip that step, and you'll be fine. So that's what that's there for. It's for the bodies. It's for ABC. It's to be able to go into Banshee to access your Snake Eyes engine. It's going to give you a free ABC if you need to go the alternative route. It's just good. It's just good. It's going to get you SP if you need to go into SP. But opening it together with Revolution Synchron, actually open Revolution Synchron with your Super Heavy Samurai engine too, because they're all level 4s, gives you a free Notoria Beast, gives you the free Stardust, gives you the free Ancient Fairy Dragon. So if you open, for example, Therian Disc Coliseum, then you just have full combos. So many 2-card combos as well as 1-card combos. It's just fantastic. You don't want to draw into Union Driver. It's not the end of the world though. If you have the ability to pen summon, you pen summon the Union Driver, equip Union Driver to your ABC piece, and then activate Union Driver's effect to then just do the regular ABC line. The Diabell Star, I forgot to put that together with the Snake Eyes engine. Essentially, it's your Snake Eyes line along with Wanted. So that's what that's there for. It's strictly just there for the bodies, for the potential extra draw if you draw into Wanted. If you open Diabell Star, a Sea Crush, and another ABC piece, but no Union Hanger, you can normal summon the Sea Crush, activate Diabell Star, being able to send the Sea Crush, special summon in the B-Buster, giving you a free body, searching the Aya Soul Core, and then potentially sending the Aya Soul Core with something else that you may have, opening the line. So again, none of this is linear. It's a little complicated. The Therian Disc Coliseum, or Therian Regulus, obviously the extender, huge extender, early negate. It's going to extend your ABC pieces. It's going to give you an extender for your even your Super Heavy Samurai stuff. At the end, you can bring back Soul Piercer to be able to get an additional card in hand if you have ABC out. That's just an extra card in hand. Super great card, but mainly there for an early negate or your ABC pieces. Now, a little trick, y'all. If you have a Regulus in your hand and you have, in this case, you don't even need Back Pit. If Regulus is in your hand and you don't open your ABC line, send ABC with Gel Dogra, and then go into Therian Regulus, bring ABC out of the grave, attach it to Regulus, and that's going to let you go into A to Z. I know, it's nuts. It's nuts. But you can do it. So Therian Disc Coliseum for your Ancient Fairy Dragon plays, being able to search Regulus. And guys, keep in mind, I want to stress that you may think you're playing spell cards inside of Super Heavy. We're playing field spells. Those will not go to the grave, so you're safe. The only 2 cards that are risky are Wanted and Sinful Spoils, and honestly, they're not even risky. If you open Wanted, you use Wanted, you're going to search Sinful Spoils, you then activate Sinful Spoils, Wanted gets banished, Sinful Spoils goes back to the deck, and then you have 0 spells in your graveyard, and then you have full access to your Super Heavy Samurai line, so you're fine. You're fine there. So for the extra deck, these 3 cards take up a lot of space, but you have XYZ. Your goal with XYZ is to get it to the grave with Gel Dogra. So once you get that to the grave, you're going to bring it back with your Flameberg, and then you'll have the first piece, the A to Z, on the board. You either special summon ABC through natural means, or you send it to the grave with Gel Dogra, and then with Therian Regulus, you bring it back through the grave, having access to your A to Z, or you're going to go ahead and get it to the grave with Gel Dogra, and then you're going to bring it back with Back Pit. Now keep in mind, going this route limits your plays a lot, and you're going to have 1 less card in hand, so choose wisely if you want to go that route or the alternative route. But that's why Back Pit's there, is if you don't have access to your ABC line, this is going to get the ABC out of the grave to still go into A to Z. Let me stress this, you don't need to summon XYZ, you don't need to summon ABC, they just need to be in the back row, and then you go into A to Z. Of course, A to Z, the boss monster. Then we have Notoria Beast, because Notoria Beast is extremely easy to get into with Super Heavy Samurai. So many different ways. As you saw, I think I ended up going into it with Soul Peacemaker, and then the level 2 motorbike. So Super easy to get out. Ancient Fairy Dragon, enough said, full combo, Field Searcher, Extender, Special Summon, potentially go into Back Pit with your Revolution Synchron, or go into Access or Stardust Dragon to go into Barone. It's just full utility there. Axel Synchro to get into Barone on your 5th summon. If not, it's also going to help you just extend Back Pit. That's pretty much going to be the backup plan. If you can't summon ABC, he is your backup plan. Just be careful when you use him. My thing is, I wouldn't go this route unless you have Maxi. If you don't have Maxi in your hand, I would not. My recommendation is do not go that route. Go the alternative route unless you have a Maxi, because you're going to have very little cards in your hand, maybe 1 or 2. So I wouldn't do it, but he's also there to cheat out, or not cheat out, but do Poplar in case you happen to open them. You can discard them and then bring them back to activate full effect, or maybe not Poplar, or could it be? There's a play there. I only did it once though, but there's a very tricky play there. Barone, obviously. Then you have the Lorelisk, because here you're actually gonna be able to go into them with the 2 level 1s that you bring back when Flambergs goes to the graveyard. I think it's just an extra benefit, or extra added benefit, especially if you need to make room, because if you need to maybe bring SP out of the grave, then it's good to go into that. This is just an alternative route. Maybe 1 card you can replace, but I like the idea of it, especially Tempai. I think we'd be able to bounce them, right? If we get rid of their field spell and they still have more plays, I think we can bounce them, because at that point you can respond to them, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have Infernoble Flame Banshee. This is to go into your Snake Eyes line with your level 4 monsters, which you have several of them, y'all. Super Heavy Motorbike can go from level 2 to level 4 if you need to go into the Exceed play. You have your ABC pieces, but usually those you want to try to save for your searches and special summons, but if you have to, you can. Usually Motorbike will get you into your level 2 Link monsters or your level 4 Exceed plays. So just know that it's not once per turn either. Then we have the Scarecrow. You need that for full combo with Super Heavy. Sprite Elf is strictly there to bring back Gale Dogra. So Gale Dogra will come back. Unless you could special summon it, you could just pen summon it. If you have it in hand, you just pen summon it. Then you don't even have to worry about going any of these routes. You don't have to go into Sprite Sprint. You don't have to go into Sprite Elf. You don't have to go into SP. You literally just use all your resources to go into like Apollo, a quick Apollo, or maybe use them, you know, to go into Notoria Beast, because then you just pen summon the Gale Dogra, and you literally skipped a massive part of the combo. So Gale Dogra is not, I'm stressing this, is not a brick in hand. I thought it was too. I think Traeger thought it was a brick in hand too. It is not. Actually, Gale Dogra in hand is kind of like a saving grace, because you skip Sprite Sprint, and you could even skip Elf if you wanted to. So super huge skips, getting you even better, giving you even stronger board. It's crazy what this deck can do. Sprites, of course, this is also there for when you go SP Little Knight, because you'll have to make a play where you go into SP Little Knight, bring the 2 Link, then sending it away to either go into Elf or going into Sprite Sprint if you don't have your level 2 tuners. Sprite Sprint to sell Gale Dogra into the grave, SP Little Knight, enough said, and then Apollo for the triple to quadruple effect negates, y'all. This deck is very complicated. At least I like to think. Maybe I'm small brain. Maybe I'm small brain and it's not that complicated, and it's very easy to play. But for my small brain, it was a pretty complicated deck. You really have to get used to it. You really have to get the lines down. But this is the deck, y'all. Let me know. Do y'all think it's a gimmick deck? I mean, do y'all see this? Does this look like a gimmick deck to you? Let's say ignore A to Z. Completely ignore A to Z. Does the extra deck still look gimmick? No. This is a very strong deck. I like to think it is anyway. Now, compared to my Hand Trap ABC, if y'all don't know about that deck, y'all, link it in the description. Go check that out. I still put that deck on top of this one. The only reason it's got 15 Hand Traps in it. It can absolutely go second if it ends up going second. And it has a lot more gas than this deck has if you go second. You check out that deck, you can go see why. So I still put that deck on top of this one. This one, maybe with a little more support, actually will beat that one. But if you love A to Z, you want to go A to Z, guys, thanks Spin Dart, especially Spin Dart, thank X Traeger, and of course I did have some input in this deck. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. I really want to know in the comment section, y'all. Do me the favor, share this video for the people who love A to Z. If you think this was unique, share the video, y'all. Let's get massive views on this video. I would really appreciate it. Again, don't forget to join the Discord. Follow me on Twitch. Thank you. Love y'all. Catch y'all on the next one.